بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ثم أما بعد يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث أصلح لي شأني كله ولا تقلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين. Now, so we were studying the explanation of Madinah Book 1 and we are in chapter 4 الدرس الرابع, and in this chapter we are going to learn about حروف الجر. Now before I teach you about حروف الجر, there are some basics that you should know as a student of Arabic. So let me go to the blackboard and let me explain you this. So in Arabic there are parts of speech. This is the first thing that we need to know. Parts of speech. So like any other language, there are parts of speech, and the parts of speech in Arabic are three. The first one is ismun, the second one is fi'lun, and the third one is harfun. طيب. Ismun, fi'lun, and harfun. Ism means noun, basically. طيب. Fi'l means verb. Harf means particles. طيب. Particle. So noun, verb, particle. This is the like a basic definition, inshallah, but there are much more that we can say about ism, fi'l, and harf once we study further. Now there's a concept in the Arabic language, unlike any other language that I know of, which is the ending of the word. The ending of an word or of a word. Now, which in Arabic is called i'rab. I'rab. Now, طيب. What does it mean? Say for example you have the word Muhammad. Muhammad. Sahih? Now in the Arabic language it can be Muhammadun, it can end as dun, or you can say Muhammadan, and sometimes you can or you have to say Muhammadin. طيب. So once we are saying once we are saying an, once we are saying in. Now when will it be when will it be an, when will it be in? The more you study the language, the more you figure it out, the more you learn about it. But this whole changing of the ending of the word to and in is called i'rab. The changing of the ending of a word. طيب, this is i'rab. Now when the changing, when the ending of the word is ended with it has an sound, we say that the i'rab of this ism is raf'un. طيب. When we see that the changing is an, we say that the i'rab of this word is nasbun. طيب. Nasbun. And when we see that the word has a jar or has a kasra, two kasrating, we say that the i'rab of this word is jarrun. طيب. نعم. طيب. So raf'un, nasbun, and jarrun. Okay. So anytime you see a word, for example muslimun, you see a word, you see it's ending with you know that this is rafa. The i'rab of this word is rafa. You see an, you say this is nasab. You see in, you say this is jar. So these are the three types of the changing of the ending of an ism. Okay, we are in the boundary of ism. طيب. They are rafun, nasbun, and jarrun. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, the more you study the language, the more you learn when it will be rafa, when will it be nasab, and when will it be jar. For now, I'll tell you two things. Number one, the default i'rab of an ism is رفع. طيب. And number 2, when an ism is preceded by حروف الجر حروف الجر, then it becomes jarrun. So what do I mean by that? I'll give you an example. Say I have the word muslimun. طيب. So the default, as we learned, is rafa, so this one will be rafa. Now if I bring the harf, say for example an, so an is a particle which makes the ism that comes after it, so an musli, it will become min, an muslimin. Why is that so? From un it became in because of the an. So an is from the huruful jarri, the particles. Huruf means particles of jar, i.e. which means the particles which makes the word after it, or specifically the ism after it, jar. طيب. And just one more thing to add, and that is a word whose i'rab is raf'un is called marfu'un. طيب. marfu'un. And a word whose i'rab is jar is called majrurun. طيب. majrurun. So marfu'un, majrurun. And the word whose i'rab is the third one, which is nasbun, then we call the word whose i'rab is nasab is known as mansub. طيب. mansubun. Okay. So those were the basics that I wanted to mention to you guys before I start to this chapter. So ad-darsu rabi, the fourth lesson, it says huruful jarri. Huruf means particles. Okay. And huruf is the plural of the word harf. Harfun, hurufun. Huruful jarri means the particles of jar, and they are over here. There are many others, but they just mentioned 4. They are fi, which means in most of the times, because the meaning of the harf can change based on the context. Ala means on or above. Min means from most of the time, and ila means to. طيب. So it says huruful jarri are the ones tajurru. Tajurru means it makes jar. Okay, it makes jarrun. Tajurru, who does it make jar? Al isma. It makes the ism jar, allazi, the one which بعدها, the one which is after it, yani after the particle, bil kasra, with a kasra. Bil kasra means with a kasra. So for example, the word was al-baytu. No. Al-baytu, because the fi came before it, the ism that comes after it is made jar bil kasrah, with a kasrah. طيب. So this is what it says. Muhammadun fil bayti. Muhammad is in the house. Yasirun fil ghurfati. Yasir is in the room. Aminatu fil matbakhi. Amina is in the kitchen. Al-qalamu ala al-maktabi. The pen is on the table. Al-tiflu. Tiflu means child or the kid. Al-tiflu ala sariri. The kid is on the bed. Al-talibu ala al-kursi. The student is on the chair. خرج المدرس. خرج means to go or to leave. خرج المدرس من الفصل. The مدرس left from the class. He went from the class. طيب. نعم. فصل means classroom. Okay. Classroom. نعم. فاطمة من الهند. Fatima is from India. هذا القلم من محمد. This pen is from Muhammad. ذهب خالد إلى المعهد. Khalid went. ذهب means to, يعني went. So خرج more specifically means to leave, يعني. طيب. ذهب is to go. Okay. So ذهب خالد. Khalid went إلى المعهد. He went to the معهد. نعم. ذهب علي إلى المدرسة إلى المدير. Ali went to the principal. ذهب الطالب إلى المرحاض. The student went to the toilet. مرحاض means toilet. طيب. نعم. So it says أين. What is أين? أين is a سؤال. It's a question. عن المكان. Question regarding location. Okay, regarding place. So when you ask aina, it means where. It's a question that's giving you that seeks an information about the location. فتقول, you say أين محمد. Where is Muhammad? محمد في الغرفة. Muhammad is in the room. أين فاطمة. فاطمة في المطبخ. Fatima is in the kitchen. ماذا means what is this. طيب. So maza literally means ma haza. So ma is what, haza is this. So maza means what is this. لغير العاقل. Okay, for non-human. Al-aqil literally means intellect. So غير عاقل means someone who doesn't have intellect. But there is a reason why I mentioned human is because animals are also considered as غير عاقل, even though we might consider animals having intellect, right? Like dolphins and gray parrots, they're very smart, they have good intellect, but even then we would count them in the grammar as غير العاقل. So that's why I translate as human. نعم. طيب. But just to make it clear, يعني عاقل literally doesn't mean human. Okay, so I just call it human for explanation, like human, non-human, like that. نعم. طيب. فتقول, then you say ماذا على المكتب. What is on the table. القلم على المكتب. ولكن if you say ماذا على المكتب and you say محمد على المكتب, then this is wrong, because ماذا cannot be used for humans, cannot be used for living, يعني. نعم. طيب. ماذا على السرير. What is on the bed. الساعة على السرير. The watch is on the bed. طيب. Now it says العلم المؤنث or العلم المؤنث لا ينون. ما معنى ينون؟ means to have tanween, basically. Okay, it's a verb, but just for explanation, just yunawwin means yani to have tanween. So al-alamu means name. Al-muthanna or al-mu'annath means feminine. So it's saying the feminine name does not take a tanween. So like you say Muhammadun, you don't say Aishatun, you say Aishatu. You see, it does not have a tanween. Ammarun walakin Aminatu. Okay? Yasirun, Maryamu, Aliyun, Fatima, tu. Okay? You see, there is no tanween. So this would be wrong if you say it with tanween. طيب. نعم. وبعد ذلك it says, after that it says من البيت. So we learned min and al bayti. Okay? But in the Arabic language, over here in the noon we have a sukun, and in the lam we have the sukun. So we are supposed to read minal, and this is going to go and touch the lam. But if both of them are sukun, it's not pronounceable. For that reason, what we do is we add a fatha here. So we say minal bayti. Okay? So that's what it's saying here. Minal bayti asluhu. Yani originally it was, originally it is min plus al bayti, where we have min plus al, and al has a sukun. It's not possible to pronounce. Therefore, what you do is you put a fatha on the noon. You say min al bayti. So it says حركت النون. حركت بمعنى you put a haraka on the noon. فتقول, you say حركت النون. The noon has like a haraka is put on the noon. بالفتحة. So noon, a haraka is put on the noon, and the haraka is a fatha with a fatha. منعا لإلتقاء الساكنين. To avoid منعا, to avoid, avoiding لإلتقاء الساكنين, to avoid the meeting. التقاء means the meeting. Okay? To avoid the meeting of the sakinain means two sakin, the two sukuns. طيب. So when there is two back-to-back sukuns, this is what happens. You put a haraka on the word that does not have haraka generally on it. Okay? So that's all for this chapter, inshallah, biznillah. Inshallah, hopefully you're benefiting from these videos. You can go to chapter 4 of the main book, and you can practice the exercises. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and I would love to help you out. And if you're liking the videos and benefiting from it, then do like, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you guys soon. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.